Watch out, Thomas Edison. Our inventors are taking over. Booth Free and Burnham students participated in our annual Invention convention on March 16, 2017. After 8 weeks of problem solving, experimenting, and designing, our inventors were able to showcase their original creations. It was an evening full of ingenuity and innovation.
So I created a campfire box, and the problem I had was every time we went out for a campfire, everyone had to hold everything, or everyone would drop everything. So I made an organized box of a s'more. And close it. It's supposed to look like a s'more. The only thing I could have done better was to add rounder edges and to make marks on the graham cracker so that it looks better like a graham cracker. And an issue that we had was right here, it sort of takes up some space of the graham cracker. So I think I would rather make it bigger next time if I made it again.
The project is where you just push your foot down. It's called keeping the beat, and you push it down to make noise and keeping a steady beat. And I got the idea when my dad was having trouble keeping the beat on his guitar. I started by just knocking these two boards together, the main ones, and then I decided, well, I gotta put more wood onto it, so I added these two pads, and then after that we drilled in these eye screws all over here, and then we put 4 springs, big springs, and then 2 in the small ones in the back, and then we hooked it up and we tried playing it, but it wouldn't work. So then we took off all the springs, and then we decided how about we put metal plates on it to try to make more noise, and then that's how we got the noise.
My project is called Button Beautiful, and it's an actually, this is a clothing and broken shirts. So all you do is remove the magnet on the bottom, and you just apply it to your shirt or anything that's not solid. It's also easy getting it off. You just back off, and the button comes off. I thought it would be a good idea for like a really bony and skinny horse and this exercise and that festive. You want to wear your favorite shirt for St. Patrick's Day, but it's not festive enough. Well, go ahead and put this on. So back here is these buttons. It's just decoration. And you can make your outfit more fancy by putting some sparkly buttons on it. And if you pop a button, all you do is add this little button here, and ta-da! It's the purpose of the. I originally got some magnets that weren't strong enough, so I had to get stronger magnets and that were smaller at the same time, because the other ones I had I could cut, but they weren't strong enough, so I had to get ones that were small enough not to be seen behind the button, but to be comfortable enough and strong enough at the same time.
I thought that I was going to put a flashlight onto a rollerblade at first. I was like, a rollerblade with flashlights attached to it, so you can see at night when you're in the driveway or something and you're rollerblading. But then when I started making it, I realized I need to make a pocket. So as me and my mom were trying to sew it together, I realized that it could have just been a pocket and it could have been for everything. And so on the pictures right here, it says it's nice for hiking, rollerblading, and a night out. Like to hide. It can also go under your pant leg, like you can see in the picture here how you can put it under your pants so that you could hide all your belongings, so people don't really see what you have in your pocket or anything. And you can hold lots of things like IDs, credit cards, money, keys, whatever you need to put in there, as long as it's small, contained, kind of. It's really nice to have just going out somewhere. I kept on sewing the wrong thread because I kept on skipping a lot of threads. And I had trouble putting the strap on it right here, like, and making it sure you can actually strap it around your foot and not being so loose, cutting it.
So my invention is called the R-Whip-tastic. The purpose of the invention, or the problem it is trying to solve, the purpose of the invention is so you can walk next to your horse with a whip. Horses tend to be finicky and spooked when they see a whip. I would like to have the horse be calm and not freak out. It is trying to solve the problem of horses being scared of whips when they are near. How the invention works: first you fold the whip part in half as you hold, so you are holding the end, and carefully attach the rope to your horse's halter,
All over the table.
and let the end then you will be able to walk to your destination. When you get there, detach the rope from the halter and let the end of the whip go. Hold the end of the whip that is attached to the rope, which will be this one, and hold the end of the whip that is attached to the rope with one hand and coil the rope in the other free hand. Then follow the back hip with the whip. If the horse is not obeying the commands, then crack the whip behind him. So first, my invention didn't really work very well. I had a rope and I had the end of a whip and some of this twine, and I just left the twine on it, but it wasn't sturdy enough. So I went out to I went downstairs into my basement and I found some of this and put the rope inside of it so that it's loose, but it's hard enough so it will make contact and it will be nice.
My invention is called the Trick Trainer, and it's a very simple design of just Velcro, fabric, and pencils. It's just this frame that could go over your wheels. I could Velcro over your wheels, so it's easy to put on and take off. And you could put it on the ground. And your and if you want to practice some new tricks, your skateboard won't roll everywhere. And that's just a problem that I solved of me learning to use tricks on my skateboard, and it wants to roll everywhere. It was just very simple for me. The only hard part of this thing was actually to figure out how I was going to make it. So I just glued Velcro onto the bottom of each strap, and I connected I glued pencils to every single strap so the whole thing's all connected. And then I just measured out how far this is, and it's like 9 inches, I think. There are two pieces. I attached Velcro to the skateboard, and yeah, all I have to do is just put my Trick Trainer on.
It's a detangle brush, and it does, so you put the detangle in the tail, and then you press the button, and then the detangler would come out on your butt when you're brushing your hair. It was good. I had one problem. The first time I did it, the bottom leaked, so I had to hot glue more to it so it wouldn't leak anymore.
My invention is a 4-in-1 dog leash, and if you have too many dogs, or if your dog, if your career is a dog walker, then it'll help you because you can have leashes all over the place in your hands, and now they won't be all over in your hands. I was wondering how people with a lot of dogs or dog walkers walk so many dogs, and I decided to make an invention that has more handles and more dog leashes in one handle.
My invention is the retainer container, and when sometimes you lose or you forget your retainer somewhere, it helps you because when you're eating, like you put it in here and then it won't get lost because it's not like on the table or something. So I got 2 pirate eye patches and I put them together with bands, and then I got a strap and I drilled a hole and then I put the strap through it, and then I made like a little clamshell so the retainer can go inside and close and open. When I tried to make the slits, I drilled, and so first I tried to cut it with a knife, but then the first time it cracked open, so then we had to get a new one, but then we tried to drill a couple holes into it, and it slit open more easily and it didn't break.
My mom always told me, harassed me about get your toothbrush and get your floss and get your toothpaste, so I decided to do it all in one. So I got 2 containers, put in hot glued them together, and then I put in hot glued a toothbrush on, and then you can unscrew the bottom and put toothpaste on, and then you brush your teeth, and after you're done brushing, you unscrew the top, get floss your teeth, and then you're done. At first, the toothbrush came off, and I just re-hot glued it and put a lot more hot glue. My invention is a towel that stays up by Velcro for whenever you're coming out of the shower, off the beach or swimming, and you're trying to do something, your towel won't fall down. I put Velcro on the towel and another set of Velcro on the towel, so there's multiple choices when you wrap it around yourself.
Whenever I took a shower, I usually got soap in my eyes, so I started to shower like a welding hat that my dad had in his garage. So I just took the hat apart and cut it apart a little bit, and I glued this at the top and this at the bottom so it goes over your eyes and over here, so then the soap and water doesn't get in your eyes.
This is the finicky feeder, and I go to a barn in Woodbury, and there are some horses there that are food aggressive, and that it's a hard time feeding them, and that some people are scared of horses, and they just don't want to feed them. And this also works for if horses are very bony and they need exercise and they also need to eat. So the hole is big enough so it can come out efficiently, and it is small enough for it to hit the ball and then the grain will come out. There's also a hole in the back where you push in to either put a funnel there and you can pour the grain into that, or you can use handfuls or any tool you want. The purpose of my invention is some people are frightened of horses. Some horses are aggressive when food or treats enter their stall. So my invention allows the horse to feed happily when the person enters the stall with food or anything else like that. It works by the horse hitting the ball and forcing the food out of the bottom. It will fall into the pail that is located under the ball or wherever in the stall area. It is located under the ball where the horse can now feed. You can fill the ball with grain, treats, mash, which is just grain and hay and water. And if the ball is not being used for feeding, the horse can now play with it and chew on it for curbing. And curbing is which the horse chews on wood or metal in their stall. Instead of chewing on that, they would chew on this. We ran into a couple problems with where the hole was too small and the grain wasn't coming out, and it was just packed in there and we could not get it out. So then we had to take all that grain out, and then we had to make the hole bigger, and then we had to keep making it bigger and bigger, but we didn't want to make it too big, so the grain would just come out and it would be no fun. And it would just get all over the place. Another problem we ran into is that we couldn't find a stick. So this is my baby brother's, and we got the lead rope and we tried the best knot that we can, and we wrapped it around this. So now you can see how it was demonstrated if it was in the horse's stall.
It's the Hairtastic, and what it does is it is an adjustable headband ponytail holder thing. And so basically all you have to do is, for the small size, the first strip of Velcro, second size, which is medium, you just do it on this size right here, and then this is the largest size. And I was thinking, because whenever I grab a headband, I usually, it's either way too big and it slips all the way down, or it's way too small and it ends up breaking, and I did not want that to happen because it actually costs a little bit more money to buy new ones. So it's just an adjustable one, so you don't actually have to spend a lot more money on making one when getting a new one, where you just have a Hairtastic. Well, there was fuzz, quite a lot of fuzz right here, and so my grandma actually gave me a tip. She's like, maybe you should cut the fuzz off the end so the Velcro can actually stick. So I did that, and it actually ended up working a lot better, and I couldn't use hot glue because it just got all over the place.
That is the knocker, and it helps me by the cat when she knocks on the door. Well, she scratches on it, and it kind of ruins the door, so I made this, so when she pushes it, it knocks the door for her. I used wood, a piano hinge, a metal rod, and 90 nails. My invention is to help people, like with the dog, and so how it works is if you have like a bag or something, you put the bag in the pocket, and I use Velcro, fabric, string, and a leash. I tried to use hot glue gun. That didn't work because I tried out. So I tried super glue, and that worked. When you put on your coat, usually your sleeve goes up, so this prevents that from happening. So it goes around your sleeve and over your thumb. So when you put on your coat, your sleeve doesn't. The first one I made, it was too long, and there wasn't enough Velcro to secure it, so I had to make it shorter, and the Velcro a little longer. This is entirely made of pipe cleaners, like it's all pipe cleaners, and the first time I only had one entire pipe cleaner going around, but then one of the pipe cleaners snapped and all the ribbons came down because the ribbons were too heavy. So I had to braid them together by the advice of my dad, and I just put them back together and I twisted them here, 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 and here. Hanging up show ribbons so they don't end up all over the place, because usually Mom yells at me to go clean everything up.
Invention is called Take Flight. They are wings to lot of exercise, and it would probably, if I had to put it on like for someone to buy it, I would probably make it way less than jetpacks. So you have even more options. And how I thought of it is because I used to jump off my bed and I would fall, and I would be like, why am I not Peter Pan? So then this invention helped me, so then when I jump off my bed, I do not fall. I could not make it more than 2 feet by 2 feet, so I had to make a small one. So I put it on a Barbie, so you know how it looks like on a person. How it works is if you want to get higher, you flap your wings up and down. So and then if you want to go in a straight, if you want to go straight, you keep your arms straight. And then if you want to go down, you move your arms in a downward position and you slowly swoop, like as you get closer and closer to the ground. And these are the steps I took to sleep. And my name is Willow Coach. My school is Burnham School. The town is Bridgewater, Connecticut, and I am in. Okay, so first, my mom always has pepper on milk, and when she sets it down, it always gets all over the table. So my invention helps that from not preventing it. Introducing the pepper coaster. The pepper coaster has an index, so it will stabilize instead of just falling out. But a regular coaster wouldn't work because it's just flat; it would just tip over. But this has edges, so it will prevent it from leaning over. First, I built it with clay and I put it in the oven, but then I realized the edges were too short. So then I built it up, so now it's bigger and it has more of an edge to it. My project is called the Easy Drip Polymer, and I made it. And how I made it is first I designed it, and then a compass measure that I had done, and then I used a compass tape for circumference on the copper. I'm using metal shear that has the copper base. I smoothed out the edges with a hammer. I bent up the sides to make a lip next edge holes. I used a drill to make holes in the base. I put metal handles with a plastic grip on each side for easy grip and lift.